Hey there, friend. Pull up a seat. Let's sit for a while. I've got a story to share with you tonight, one that's been sitting with me for a while, stirring something deep. It's about a man named Milarepa, a figure from Tibet from way back in the 11th century. His life, well, it's not a neat little tale. It's messy, raw, full of darkness and light, and I think you'll feel it as much as I do. I'm not here to teach you anything, just to walk through this with you, like we're unraveling it together over a quiet evening. Picture this: a boy, just 7 years old, living in a prosperous family, surrounded by the rugged beauty of Tibet. That's Milarepa. Life seemed good, steady, until it wasn't. His father dies, and everything crumbles. His uncle swoops in, takes everything, land, wealth, dignity, and treats Milarepa, his mother, and his little sister like servants. Imagine that kind of betrayal, that slow burn of anger in a child's heart. It festers. By 13, he's had enough. He leaves home, fueled by rage, and seeks out knowledge of Tantra, these powerful, almost mystical practices. He learns, he masters them, but it's not for peace, it's for revenge. Years pass. He returns home only to find his mother and sister gone, lost to the world. That anger, it's a fire now, uncontrollable. He hears about a wedding, his uncle's son, a big celebration, everyone gathered. And Milarepa, he unleashes everything he's learned. Using his tantric powers, he calls down a hailstorm so fierce it buries the place in snow. 80, maybe 85 people die. His uncle, his aunt, their guests, gone. Revenge, complete. At first, there's this rush, this bitter satisfaction, but then something shifts. You know how sometimes, after you've lashed out, even if you felt justified, there's this hollow ache? That's what hits him. Guilt creeps in, heavy, suffocating. He's shaken to his core. He knows he's misused something sacred, something fundamental about life itself. So he decides he has to make it right. Not in some distant future, not in another life. He wants redemption now, in this very existence. He sets out, searching for a teacher, a guru, someone who can guide him out of this darkness. He meets many along the way, wise folks who offer paths of kindness and gradual growth, but it's not enough. The remorse, the anger, it's still gnawing at him. Finally, someone points him toward a man named Marpa, known as the translator, a master who'd traveled to India, studied under great teachers, and brought sacred knowledge back to Tibet. I can almost see Milarepa arriving in Marpa's village, weary, desperate. He asks some kids where to find this great teacher, and one of them, a scrappy little boy, leads him to a field. There's a man plowing the land, rough hands, simple clothes. It's Marpa. No grand robes, no temple, just a farmer at work. Marpa looks at him, hands him some country beer, and says, "Drink this, then get to plowing." Milarepa does it, no questions asked. Later, he learns that boy who led him was Marpa's son. There's something about that moment, Marpa testing him right from the start, seeing what he's made of. Milarepa bows before Marpa eventually, offering everything, his body, his mind, his speech. He says, "I want enlightenment in this life. I don't want to wait for another. Teach me, please." I can feel the weight of those words, can't you? Like when you've hit rock bottom and you're just begging for a way out. But Marpa's response, it's not what you'd expect. He's cold, almost harsh. He tells Milarepa, "I can give you food and shelter, or I can give you knowledge. Not both. Choose." Milarepa chooses knowledge, says he'll figure out the rest. So he goes out begging, gathers sacks of wheat, way too much, honestly, like he's trying to prove something. He hauls it back, drops it with a thud that shakes the house. Marpa hears it, storms out mid-meal and snaps, "You're angry, you're reckless, you'll ruin this place like you ruined your uncle's. Get out." Ouch, that stings. But isn't it true sometimes how our past follows us, how we carry that weight even when we don't mean to? I've had moments like that, where I've tried to start fresh, but my old habits, my old hurts just spill over. Maybe you felt it too. Milarepa doesn't give up, though. For years, he works for Marpa, plowing fields, cleaning, doing whatever's asked. Other disciples come and go, getting teachings, initiations, while Milarepa gets nothing. 8, 10, 13 years pass. He sneaks into gatherings sometimes, hoping to hear just a scrap of wisdom, but Marpa catches him, has him thrown out, even beaten once. It's brutal. People start whispering that Marpa's unfair, cruel, but Marpa doesn't budge. He makes Milarepa build houses, first a 3-cornered one, then a 4-cornered, then a 5. Each time, when it's done, Marpa says it's not right. Tear it down, build again. Milarepa's body is scarred, bleeding from the labor. Marpa's wife, Demema, can't bear it. She pleads for him, tends to his wounds like a mother, but Marpa keeps pushing. There's a moment where Milarepa, broken, old now, almost gives up. He begs Demema for help. She writes a forged letter to another teacher, gets him initiated, but it doesn't work. Nothing happens. When Marpa finds out, he's furious. He tells them they've ruined everything, that he was purifying Milarepa, stripping away his pride, his past. And I get it. Sometimes growth hurts. Sometimes the people who push us hardest are the ones who see something in us we can't yet see. I remember a time I had a mentor who made me redo a project over and over. I hated it then, but looking back, I see they were teaching me patience, resilience. Marpa finally brings Milarepa back, locks him in a dark cell, a kind of solitary confinement. Just food slid in once a day, no light. 3 days in, something extraordinary happens. Milarepa has a vision, a goddess, a dakini, tells him there's knowledge even Marpa doesn't have. He breaks out, goes to Marpa, who's stunned. And here's the twist. Marpa bows to him. He says, "I don't know this. Let's go to India, to my guru, Narepa." They travel together, and Narepa, seeing Milarepa, honors him, says a light has shone in the darkness of the north. Marpa, once the teacher, becomes the student alongside Milarepa. They learn together. Milarepa returns to Tibet transformed. He lives long, composes songs, hundreds of thousands, they say, becomes a saint, a poet, even called an incarnation of Buddha. From a man who killed 80 souls to this, it's staggering. I sit with that sometimes, you know? How someone so broken, so lost, can turn their life into something radiant. It makes me wonder about my own messes, my own regrets. Maybe there's a path forward even when it feels impossible. So, friend, wherever you are tonight, whatever weight you're carrying, just know you're not alone in it. Milarepa's story reminds me that redemption isn't a straight line. It's a long, hard road, but it's there. Let's keep walking it, yeah? Together, one step at a time.